So in the first video, we have done till the main point of characteristics of economic activities. Now we'll explain the points. See, the first one says economic motive. If you go to the meaning of economic activities, you will see economic activities are done with the object of earning money or acquiring wealth. That is the motive, economic motive. There must be some economic motive behind the performance of those activities. That's why we call it economic activities. The motive may be to earn money or to acquire wealth. Okay, so main features of economic activities is that behind performing that activities there must be some economic motive. Second, productive. The activities which you are performing, that activities must be productive. Here productive does not means production, means it is not necessary that always you need to product something, you need to produce something. It's not like that. It's maybe production, maybe distribution, maybe exchange of goods and services. Okay, like wholesaler, dealer. Okay, the retailer, what they do, they don't produce anything. Like a wholesaler purchase the goods from the manufacturer and sell it to the retailer. Retailer purchase the goods from the wholesaler and selling to the customers. So the retailer or the wholesaler, they are not producing anything, but what they are doing, they are distributing the goods. So it's maybe goods or maybe services. All are economic activities. So the activities must be productive. That means the activities may be production or distribution or exchange of goods and services. Next, economic resources. You know the resources, which are the economic resources like land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. Okay, this type of resources has to be used behind this economic activities. Okay, so those activities will be called economic activities when you use these economic resources. That means to involve in economic activities, most of the cases you need to use some economic resources like land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship, etc. Next, rational use. Rational use is the most judicial use. You have to use the resources in such a manner which is the most beneficial for our country, for our society, and for the next generation. So economic activities require proper allocation of scarce resources so as to obtain maximum outputs from them. Okay, welfare of the society can be maximized when best possible use of resources is made. So in economic activities, you are using resources, land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship are using, but those resources you have to use in the most beneficial way. That is rational use. Next, economic growth. With the economic activities, what actually we are doing, we are helping to improve the standard of living of common public, and ultimately that will help in the economic growth of the country. So economic activities determine the level of economic development of a country and the standard of living of its citizens. In case a country's most of the people are involved in economic activities, in that cases, the standard of living of common citizen will be improved in that country. At the same time, the overall economic development of the country will also take place. So economic growth is another characteristic of economic activities. Legally valid. That means the activities in which you are involved, that activity has to be legal in the eye of law. You must not involve in illegal work. Illegal work will not be called economic activities, although you may earn money out of it. Okay, so human activities performed for economic gain are called economic activities only when it is lawful. Unlawful activities just like gambling, theft, smuggling, these are not called economic activities. The person who are involving in this type of illegal work, the person obviously may earn money, but still these activities will not be called economic activities. Why? Because these are against the public interest. These are illegal in the eye of the society. So the activities has to be legal so that it will be called economic activities. Last one, socially desirable. Okay, economic activities are desirable for society. They must be in accordance with the expectations and norms of the society. Every society has some demands. some expectation from the common public. So the activities which the person is performing, that has to be desirable from the society's point of view. It should not be against the interest of the society. Okay. So for economic to be called economic activities, those activities has to be desirable from the society's point of view. These are the main characteristics or features of economic activities. See some example of economic activities you can see. Production of goods by a manufacturer in a factory. Distribution of goods by a wholesaler to retailer. Selling of goods by a retailer to customers. Transportation of goods and passengers by railways, roadways, airlines and ships. Storage of goods by a warehouse keeper. Acceptance of deposits and lending of money by a banker. Insurance of risk by an insurance company. Advertising and publicity of goods by an advertising agency. A clinic run by a doctor. All these activities are economic activities. Because behind the performance of these activities, there are some motive of earning money or acquiring wealth. So this is the basic concept behind economic activities. Then what is non-economic activities? See, non-economic activities. Activities which are undertaken to satisfy social, religious, cultural and sentimental requirements are called non-economic activities. The object of these activities is not to earn monetary gain or reward. People engage in non-economic activities for reasons of love, sympathy, religion, patriotism, etc. For example, a mother looks after her children, a student donates blood, an old man goes to temple daily, a rich man donates money to Prime Minister's relief fund, a young man helps a blind girl to cross the road, etc. It is the object of any activity that distinguishes between economic and non-economic activity. The same activity may be economic as well as non-economic. So see, what is the meaning of non-economic activities? These are the activities which are actually not performed for earning money or acquiring wealth. Then for what purpose it is performed? It is performed to satisfy social, religious, cultural and sentimental requirements. The object of these activities is not to earn money. Okay. Example you can see over here. Then at the end, one important thing has been told that it is the object of an activity that distinguishes between economic and non-economic activities. So one activity may be called economic and may be called non-economic. It depends on the object of the performer. For example, a lady is working as a nurse in a hospital. So in the hospital, she is treating the patients, she is taking care of the patients and getting salary. So this is an economic activity. In the evening, the same lady is taking care of her old mother. Same work she is doing. She is now treating her own mother. The work is same, but here the second case, it is a non-economic activities because the object is not to earn money. So it's well said that it is the objective of any activity that distinguishes between economic and non-economic activities. Similarly, another example I can tell you, the activity is same, but it will be sometime it will be economic activities, sometime it will be non-economic activities. For example, a professor is giving lecture in a college and getting salary. So he is teaching the students and getting salary. That is an economic activity. But at home, the same person is teaching his own children. The work is same, but the second case, it is a non-economic activities because the objective of that work is not to earn money. So it is well said that only the object of the activities distinguish whether it will be an economic activities or non-economic activities. Clear? So then, what are the characteristics? Now, thus non-economic activities are undertaken for due to the following consideration. So the question is, why should we perform on non-economic activities? Because out of non-economic activities, we are not earning money, not even acquiring wealth. Then why we do these non-economic activities? That's the topic. Non-economic activities are undertaken due to the following consideration. Okay, love and affection. For example, taking dinner with the family, cooking food for family. That's a non-economic activities. Second one, personal satisfaction. For example, meditating in a park. Okay. Physical needs. For example, morning walk by person. Religious obligation. For example, praying in a temple. Social obligation. For example, helping victims of an accident, flood or earthquake. Patriotism. That is donating blood for injured army men. So these all are non-economic activities because the performer who is performing these activities, the performer does not have any object objective of earning money or acquiring wealth. So these are the examples of non-economic activities. Next part, types of economic activities. Economic activities are also known as occupations. Economic activities or occupations may be classified into three broad categories. That is business, profession, employment. Okay. So now we have come to the classification of economic activities. So economic activities can be classified into three parts: business, professions, employment. Note down this. In our next video, we'll come to the explanation.